Hi, in this video I want to show how to create your first app. So we have Xcode and the middle option, create a new Xcode project. Now we have a single view application. Next, and we give it a name. That will be the app, the name of the app. My first app. Next, and create. You create the app. Well, we here have this window actually, which you would use once everything is done and your app is ready to be put in the App Store, or just use it as an app. Look here on the left side, we have these files indeed. Root classes actually. App delegate .swift, view control .swift, main storyboard, and the other ones. Well, each of these represent a root class actually, and this app delegate .swift is like a framework. Imagine you have a land plot, and then you have to work within the borders, and you can't go beyond that. So a framework, and this behaves like that. And the other ones as well, like I said, root classes. Let's click main storyboard. Okay. If you go to the right side of the screen, you have all these inspectors. Attribute inspector, this one identity inspector, health inspector, and other inspectors. And this is for connections, to see your connections. Like you would need outlets, and you need to make sure that the outlets are properly connected. Well, let me delete this view controller. I would select it and press delete. So we don't have it now. And but still we have the root class, we have this root file. And if you click on this view controller and press delete, then remove references. So we don't have it now. I mean, it comes as default, and we could add one ourselves. So go to the right side, and the object library, this is called object library. Well, you have them here. I mean, this is the object library. And press Control and add a view controller. Okay. Your view controller, I mean, you have added this, and it has to be connected to the system. Imagine that the app is a system of connected and interconnected like frameworks and files and codings. Okay, the view controller that we have added, and it has to be added to the system. If you go to this inspector, the identity inspector, you here see this UI view controller, and well, but this is not the one we have added. We have to create a file for it, a separate file. So we go to File, and New, and File here. Okay, and this Cocoa Touch class, which is for iOS, for iPhone. And then next, well, this Cocoa Touch is like a library or an environment, and we create our app inside this environment, and we give it a name. The view controller that we added, we now give it a name. Let me use my first view controller. Then you have all these classes. So this, my first view controller, is a subclass of this, of UI view controller. Well, if you go to the drop down, and you see all these classes. So I mean, once you advance, you would need any of these to use in your projects. And so at this point, my first view controller is subclass of UI view controller, I mean this class. And you also choose the language, I mean the programming language with Swift. There is Objective-C, or I mean this option too, and leave this XIB file as it is. I mean, don't check it. And then next, okay, and you create it. I mean, you create the view controller, the view controller that you have added, and you now have it here. Look, go to the left side of the screen and you see it here, my first view controller, and here my first view controller, and UI view controller. Look, this is a class, also UI kit, and this UI is a user interface. Well, this part, let me okay, expand it a little bit. This part, you put your definitions or your variables or your statements, and then when you move to this section, to this function section, you would expect to, I mean, you would need to tell, you would tell the app what to do, what action to take. So the action would here be something like you have the definition, or I mean the conditions here, and then what it should do, what the app should do based on that definition and that statement that you made there. Let me, okay, I want to make an app. I mean, actually, this is our first app that would be like this. And when the user opens it, like touches the screen, it would appear and would say hello, hi, something. Oh, let me write it. So I would use var greet, like the app would greet the user, equal sign, and then open quotation marks, hello world. I mean, this is a cliche. My name, a little bit capital. My name is Ali. Okay. I want my app to greet a user. So this is what I want the app to do. And then if you go to this action part or this function part, you would need to write a code, something that would execute that condition, that the thing that I want to tell the user. But before writing the code, you would need to go to main storyboard, and here you would need to add a label. Look at this little sign, which, well, let me click it, and it says it has no entry, like, I mean, there is no instruction for the app to, I mean, what to do first. That is like that, and it could be done. I mean, it's just an easy thing to do. If you go to, let me click. Oh, sorry. Yes, if you go to the identity inspector, and here is initial, check this, is initial view controller. So, and this arrow indicating that the entry is here, like the app begins at this point. Then there might be more views or many more objects, and so it starts at this point. It starts at this point. This view controller is the initial view controller, the initial object. And now go to the object library. You could type it here in this box, but I mean, it's not a long list, so I would add a label. Okay, I can just put it here. Okay, it's probably now in a good place. Well, in the library, in the object library, you have all these objects, button, text. I mean, the other objects. You would need to explore them, and once you advance, you would need each of these to use in your projects. And now I need to add this label to the classes, I mean to the infrastructure of the app. So I would go to this sign here, which is the assistant editor, and click. Okay, I would have to look for my first view controller .swift. So it's here. Look, it's here. Okay, I can see it here, and would control. I mean, you would put your cursor on the label, control, and drag. Or put it here in the class. I mean here. Okay? I think we need to check something. Go to the right side again, and the identity inspector, and let's make sure that yeah, it's here. My first view controller. It's here. You would have to make sure that the your view controller is added to this app system. And now if you go back to the label, control, and drag. Okay, so let's give it a name like my first label. Okay, and you use this box, weak. I mean the other option is strong. I mean weak, and connect. I mean you here make an outlet. Okay, you see this circle, and the label is already connected. You could check with this inspector too, which is for the connections. So if you click on the inspector, you see my first view controller, my first label. Okay, it's connected. Okay, let's close this window and go to my first view controller.swift, and you see the outlet here too, and it's connected. I mean, this my greeting is going to be appear in this label. I mean, this object, my first label, will contain my greeting indeed. And now you need to tell the app to execute it. I mean, to like program in such a way as to obtain the desirable results. So then you go to this function, view did load. I mean, it has to be loaded actually, and you put your cursor here. Okay, my first label, well here, my first label, I mean the outlet, my first label, and it is a text actually. I mean, you could click twice and then you get the equal sign, and well, this is my first label dot text is equal to this greet. Okay, yeah. I mean, see, it's green and it's purple, so I mean, you can be sure that everything is done correctly. Okay, now if you use the simulator, which you could select by going to product, okay, and then scroll down to destination. Okay, you can select any of these simulators. I mean, I have chosen already iPhone 7 Plus, and so run. Let's see if the app works. We have to wait a little bit. Okay, let's run the app. Yes, you see, hello world, my name is Ali. Okay, I mean, it's obviously working. You could make changes. I mean, before I finish this video, let's go to my first view controller.swift again and add some and write more codings. We want my first label, well here under this function, I mean that is in this function, my first label dot text. Okay, well, color, text color actually, text color is green. I want the text color to be green, dot and green. Okay. Also, let me add one more thing. My first label, I wanted to the background color to be, let's say, brown. We have brown. Okay. Well, let's run the app again. Okay, it takes some time before it's fully compiled. Also, before appearing in the simulator, iPhone 7 Plus. Yeah, you say, hello world, my name is Ellie, and the background color is brown and the text color is green. Well, it's possible to make more changes or to add more features and kind of customize the aspects of your app. Thank you very much. This is the end of this video, how to create your first app. For further information and tutorial, you could probably check with my other videos on this subject. I mean, on making iOS apps subject, including my video on how to create a UI table view and how to perform a segue between views, between UI views. Thank you very much.